So, was I wrong about GTA 6 being delayed? No. Firstly, before we get into today's video, I'm currently suffering with what I can only assume is the plague, so you'll have to bear with my voice throughout this video. So just to recap, Liam last night confirmed that his sources had told him that GTA 6 was internally delayed. After hearing this news, I didn't just go and make a video. Like I said in yesterday's video, and a lot of people missed it, I checked with my sources and a few of them were yet to comment. However, before hitting post on that video, I had some replies, I had checked with some of my sources, and a lot of people like to ignore this, but I do know people that work at Rockstar. I've interviewed them on the channel. I've done work with games developers before that are owned by Take-Two Interactive. I do know some people in the know in the industry, and out of the 3 people I spoke to, one of them said that they weren't aware of any delay. But 2 of them said that they were under the impression that the game would be getting pushed back. They were under the impression that a year delay was far too far and they don't think the game would get pushed back up to a year. But Liam's post initially suggested potentially a 6-month delay, pushing it to the start of 2026. And 2 of the people that I spoke to said that that seems about right for predicted timelines. But Cyberboy, what about Jason Schreier? He said the game isn't delayed. No, he didn't. Jason Schreier at no point has denied the game has been delayed. What Jason Schreier did deny is that he was ever going to make a statement on it. And I think this was pretty preemptive on Liam's part. Liam isn't really a journalist. He's a person that reports on GTA 6 news on Twitter. Jason Schreier is a bona fide journalist. Bona fide, which means he has processes and procedures to follow. For example, if information about a delay has been acquired illegally or it's not from a reputable first-party source, then Jason probably won't talk about it. If the news comes from a second-party source or a third-party source, Jason probably will not talk about it. A first-party source is an employee high up at Rockstar. A second-party source is a junior employee Rockstar, and a third-party source is someone that's close to someone at Rockstar. That's not exactly how it is, but in this instance that's how it is. So for me in this instance, I spoke to 2 second party sources and 1 third party source. The 2 second parties are of the understanding that the game will probably be delayed. The third party source said that they weren't aware of a delay. Now I've seen a lot of people talking to Liam, and actually I've had a few of the same messages demanding the employees' names of the people at Rockstar that spoke about this. I'm sorry, but Liam's not going to dox the people that gave him this information, and likewise for me. The reason why I didn't include the Rockstar employee's name that I interviewed on the channel was because I'm not going to let someone lose their job over little tidbits of information that don't really tell us anything about the game. In fact, talking about potential delays isn't even a direct violation of the NDA they have with Rockstar. It all depends about how the information was conveyed to me, and the way the information was conveyed to me was not actually in violation of an NDA. They didn't say that, yes, the game is internally delayed. They said, looking at timelines, it's possible that the game will be delayed. And the truth is, it all comes down to how this information is delivered internally or externally at Rockstar. And the truth is, it all depends how this information is conveyed or delivered, or what the information is inferring. A lot of people missed this tweet from Jason Schreier, where he's saying that he's not saying the game isn't delayed, he's not saying the game is delayed, he's just not going to report on it. And the reason he's not reporting on it is probably because Liam wouldn't pass along the contact information for the person that delivered the news to him. Jason Schreier will probably want to talk directly to the source themselves, and Liam probably didn't feel too comfortable passing along that first party information such as contact info, and I do not blame him. I wouldn't either. It's also worth pointing out that the overall consensus from the gaming space, from TGG, VICE.CLO HD, pretty much everyone else in this space, that the game will be delayed.
So is this a trustworthy source? Well, lying about something like this would essentially take all of GTA Base's credibility going forward, because this is a massive thing to report. But even myself, I've had conversations about this and GTA 6's release date with people in the know over the past few months, and every single person I've spoke to has been confident that they are not confident about 2025. No one has, before today, told me that 2026 is the planned release date, but everyone has said 2025 is going to be, it's going to be a tough ask.
Another thing I want to say is that Liam put out this post and he said that if he was given misinformation, he's sorry that he was misinformed, and of course he'd only post something if he fully believed it to be the case. But some people are just saying that this is Liam admitting he lied and that he was trying to get clicks. That's not what it says in the slightest. I still believe that the game is genuinely going to be delayed, and a couple of months ago you may have noticed at that particular time, I didn't think the game was going to be delayed. I've actually made probably about 4 or 5 videos now saying that I don't think the game at the moment is looking like it's going to be delayed. But when I'm presented with new information, I'm not shy of changing my opinion. At the end of the day, I do not work at Rockstar, and when I'm presented with new evidence, I can change my mind, and I do change my mind, and I will change my mind. And no matter what the topic is, if you're presented with evidence that is solid and doesn't change your mind, that's not right. So when I was presented with new information yesterday, I did change my mind, and I've come to the conclusion that I do believe the game is going to be delayed. I do not believe we're going to be getting the game in fall 2025. I would love to get the game in fall 2025. However, from the information I've been presented, I do believe it's going to be delayed. Now, this bit of the video is very, very, very important. Not everyone at Rockstar knows what's going on. If you want an example of this, trailer 1, the majority of the employees at Rockstar hadn't seen the trailer until the day it was actually released. Across all of Rockstar Studios, in every single country they work in, across every single level of management to junior employees, there's so many different levels of what information people get access to. But also, different departments are told different things, different bits of information. Rockstar purely works on a need-to-know basis. So whilst a lot of employees might not be told something, a lot of other employees might be told something. This could mean that a lot of different information inside of Rockstar could vary. Quite a lot for that matter. An example of this is the actual actors in GTA 5. Both Solo, Ned Luke, and Stephen Ogg have all commented on things that ended up in the game that they had no idea would be in the game. The same can work for the inverse. A lot of developers working on the game may have certain information and may not have other bits of information. So to say that 1 employee or 2 employees or even 5 employees at Rockstar truly know what's actually happening within the business is such a massive miscalculation. For anyone out there reporting on GTA news, myself included, we work with the information we have. For example, Rockstar could come out with a statement tomorrow saying that the game's not delayed, but in 3 months to 6 months to a year's time, they could come out with another statement saying it is, because things change. So this is the update video everyone was asking for. Is GTA 6 delayed? I still believe it is, and just because Jason Schreier won't talk about it yet doesn't mean it's not the case. It just means that Jason Schreier doesn't have a direct source himself that has confirmed the same thing. Now this all ties back into a topic I talk quite a lot about, which is false information in the GTA community. Because there is so much false information, it doesn't mean that every single person that talks about anything to do with GTA 6 is relaying false information. Some of us do have some integrity, and yes, there is every single chance that we could all be wrong. It could be possible that we're being fed wrong information. It could be possible that Rockstar's intentionally giving out wrong information. But like I said in yesterday's video, and like I'm going to say again in today's video, and like I've said publicly on Twitter, wait until we hear something official from Rockstar. I'm not saying that it's 100% delayed. I'm saying that based on all the information I have, everything I've seen, and what I believe to be true from the sources that give me information, I'm on a 95 to 99% chance that at some point throughout this cycle, Rockstar will probably announce a delay for the game. And if that surprises anyone, look at nearly every single game Rockstar has released. GTA 5 was delayed, Red Dead Redemption 2 was delayed, and I do believe it'll be the same for GTA 6, but I guess we'll just have to wait and find out what's going on. Another thing that I really have to talk about is a lot of people have brought up that Liam's been wrong about some things in the past. And an example that was brought up is that Liam thought Trailer 2 could come in August. Now I went back through and I found the tweets about this. Yes, Liam believed that Trailer 2 could be in August, but do you know who else who believed that? Me, TGG, loads of other people in the industry also believed that, because Rockstar usually announce new news around the time of Take-Two Interactive's earnings call. For example, November the 8th was Take-Two Interactive's earnings call, and on the morning of November the 8th, Rockstar Games announced that GTA 6 Trailer 1 would be coming out at the start of December. If you look back through every single major Rockstar announcement, it's usually been on the day of or the days leading up to a Take-Two Interactive's earnings call. And what about me? When have I been wrong? Well, in a couple of videos in the past, I have been wrong. I've either posted corrections, posted community posts, pinned a comment on the video, changed the title to say it's redacted or outdated, or just straight up deleted the video if it's massively incorrect. But there's also been many examples when I've pointed things out and been ridiculed by the community. For example, when I posted that GT Online t-shirt that had the Trailer 1 date in it, my comments were full of people saying some really abhorrent things towards me, and I even had people messaging me on Instagram and Twitter threatening me, and lo and behold, it was correct. At the end of the day, I think think anyone that watches my channel long enough knows that when something is speculation, I'm 100% clear on it being speculation. And when I believe something to be true, I will say it's true. I don't necessarily consider myself the GTA 6 news channel. I consider myself to be a place where I post videos about a topic I'm interested in, and when something's speculation, I'll say it's speculation. When I believe it to be true, I'll say that that is my personal belief that it is true. I think people need to slow down, breathe, and chill out. At the end of the day, this is just a game. The final thing I want to address in this video is copium. Last night I saw probably the best part of 200 comments across Twitter and of course YouTube of people saying they're not interested in the game and they're not going to buy it anymore, which we know isn't true. Everyone's going to buy this game. I think a lot of people are angry, frustrated and desperate to get the game now, which is understandable. I don't really have a point to this bit, I just find it very funny how a lot of people are saying they're not going to buy the game. Sure, we'll see. Thank you for watching and I'll see you all in the next one.
Spin the cylinder, push it to my